Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Farm and Food Care's Ag in the City fourth event, 4 out of 5, that we're going to be doing a cooking cook along with Emily Richards and learn a little bit more about chickens. So this is an excellent opportunity to celebrate the great food that we grow here in Canada and gives you an opportunity to engage a little bit more with chefs and farmers throughout this country. This year, as you can see, we're focusing on doing this online instead of in person at a mall in Saskatoon. And we're going to be doing it in conjunction with Canadian Food Focus. We're excited to partner with many different Canadian chefs, cookbook authors, home economists, and dietitians to not only learn more about the great food grown and raised here in Canada, but also we're going to learn how to cook it. We know you're going to enjoy some of these different amazing recipes and cook-along videos and also learn a little bit more about farming and ranching here in Canada. So stay tuned. We do have 2 door prizes that we're going to get to later on, and we'll go through a little bit of a trivia thing with you later on. So, as I mentioned, today's session is all about chicken. And I'm going to jump right in and say that Emily Richards, who is a chef and home economist, is going to teach us how to make tomato grilled chicken with oven roasted tomato and onion compote. Now, I do not know what that is, so I'm kind of excited to learn along with this one as well. It does sound delicious, and I can't wait to come to fruition. The recipe can be found on the Canadian Food Focus website, and there's going to be a link in the comments section if you just take a look below as well. Emily Richards is a professional home economist, chef, and mom who has a passion for teaching people how to cook and really have fun in the kitchen. She is a cookbook author with 6 books to her credit, including topics from Italian cuisine to glycemic index diets. She is a co-author of the new Best of Bridge cookbook, and you can visit her at emilyrichardscooks.com. So with that, I'm going to say, take it away, Emily.
Thanks, Clinton. I can't wait to show everybody the recipe. Hi, I'm Emily Richards, and today we're doing a grilled chicken with tomato marmalade and an onion and tomato compote. Absolutely delicious and a fun way to serve up Canadian chicken. We're using one of my favorite cuts today, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, a wonderful family meal and showcasing lots of great Canadian ingredients. I think chicken goes beautifully with great ingredients like fresh herbs that will soon be in the gardens, and not to mention tomatoes, garlic, and onions. You simply can't go wrong. Now, how much chicken are you eating? On average, Canadians eat about 80 pounds per person per year. And why wouldn't you? It's an excellent source of protein, great B vitamins, not to mention it's absolutely delicious. Let's check in with a farmer in Saskatchewan and find out some more.
Hey, thank you for your question. My name is Tiffany Martinka, and I am a Canadian chicken farmer from Saskatchewan. So one of the most common questions we get is, what is a broiler chick? To put it simply, a broiler chick is a chicken that's raised for meat. So just like there's different kinds of cattle, beef cattle are for meat, dairy cattle are for milk and other dairy products, there's also different kinds of chicken. So some chickens are layers meant for laying eggs, but in our barns, these are broiler barns, so they are raised specifically for meat. So in fact, there has never been a single egg laid in our barn.
Thank you very much, Tiffany, for that great video. Tiffany is just an excellent spokesperson for the chicken industry here in Saskatchewan, and it's great to see her video here for this Egg in the City event. Be sure to check out more of the behind-the-scenes videos on Canadian Food Focus's YouTube channel. There's numerous different videos there from farmers and ranchers from across the country, so you just can be better familiarized with what farmers and ranchers are doing. We're going to post a link to that YouTube channel so you can see, and now we're going to get to our first trivia question. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this one's kind of easy, and the answer, if you put it in the comment section, you will get a door prize from the Chicken Farmers of Saskatchewan. So, first question. What are chickens that are raised for meat called? Okay, what are chickens that are raised for meat called? There is either A, fryers, B, broilers, or C, roasters. So what are chickens that are raised for meat called? A, fryers, B, broilers, or C, roasters? Put your answer in the comment section and we will have one person from Farm and Food Care select a winner and get in contact with you and you will get a prize. So the correct answer is broilers. There's two different, typically if you go to a chicken farm, there's either a broiler farm or a layer farm. So a broiler farm makes the meat chicken, so what you would find with chicken nuggets or chicken breasts or chicken thighs in the grocery store, and layers actually lay the eggs. So you will see the table eggs in the store, those will come from layers. So our farm in Lanigan, Saskatchewan has layers. So the other interesting thing, and one of the differences is the broilers are free roaming. All the barns for broilers are free roaming, so there's no cages, but they're put in barns to make sure they're protected from predators, weather, and diseases from the outside. Now we're going to make one more trivia contest later on this evening, so keep listening and I will get back to that in a little bit. But first we're going to go back to Emily to continue with the cooking demonstration.
Today we're going to be doing a delicious grilled chicken recipe with tomato marmalade and onion and tomato compote. We're going to start off with our tomato marmalade. You need a saucepan, and I'm using 3 vine-ripened tomatoes. We're going to reduce this so that it can create that lovely, sweet, and kind of tangy flavor that marmalade offers up. So to do that, we need some brown sugar, and also I'm going to use some rice vinegar. I'm just using rice vinegar that is a natural rice vinegar. It's not seasoned at all, so it doesn't have any sugar or salt. Okay, so we want to bring this to the boil, give it a little stir, and it will start to smell magical right away. Our pot has started to boil, so we can add the rest of our ingredients. We're going to add some fresh herbs. I have some chopped fresh thyme, garlic, one of my favorite ingredients, and some salt. I'm going to give it a good stir, and then I just want to let this boil gently. So you'll have to reduce the heat for a little bit, and it may take about half an hour, about 30 minutes, because we want this to thicken and reduce. So I'm just going to turn down the heat a bit. So I want some gentle bubbles in there, and I'm going to keep an eye on this as it cooks. While our tomato marmalade is simmering away, we're going to get our onion and tomato compote going. I've already turned my oven to 400 degrees and lined my baking sheet with parchment paper. I have 3 vine-ripened tomatoes that I've cut into wedges, 8 wedges each, and an onion that I've also cut into wedges. This is going to give us a nice chunky compote. And what I want to do is add about a tablespoon of canola in there. And I'm also, this is where our fresh herbs are going to come through. We're adding 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped oregano. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, one of my favorite fresh herbs. Now I did chop a little bit extra because we do want to add some color and flavor to our chicken. So I'm going to save about a tablespoon for our chicken. And then I'm going to also add lots of fresh garlic just to get that wonderful flavor. All right, let's stir up our tomatoes and onion, all those fresh herbs. There we go. And we're going to spread this onto our baking sheet. Make sure you get all the garlic and herbs out of the bowl. Spread them out. Not only are the tomatoes and onion going to pick up a golden brown color, they're going to roast up, get really soft and tender, and bring out their natural sweetness. It's going to add a wonderful texture and flavor combination to the chicken. All right, let's get our chicken ready for the grill. We're going to use some canola oil, just about a tablespoon. And remember that parsley I saved? It's going to go into this bowl right here. That's going to add a nice little bit of color and flavor to our chicken. And we are using Canadian chicken. We are using boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Again, so great to make for family meals. One of our favorites in my house. I'm going to add them to my bowl and make sure they're coated well. And all chicken in Canada is grain fed, so you know you're getting a very high quality product. There we go. All my chicken's in. I just want to make sure that it's coated really nicely with the oil and the parsley. And if you had some extra oregano, you could definitely add a little bit of that in here, or even some chopped fresh thyme would be absolutely delicious. All right, that's all coated, ready for the grill. I'm going to give my compote a stir as it's reducing nicely, and it smells amazing in here. I can't wait to show you what it looks like. Once the marmalade is done, we're going to actually take some of that and put it into our chicken before we head to the grill. All right, we're outside ready to grill, and my tomato marmalade is ready to serve out. So it's nice and thick. I'm going to spoon it out into my bowl here so you can see how nice and thick it is. It's almost like a different style of ketchup is a good way to think about it. All right, so I've taken that out, and I'm going to take 3 tablespoons and add it to our chicken thighs. And that is the chicken thighs that we put that parsley and a little bit of canola oil in. There's 3 tablespoons. The rest we're going to save because we're going to put that on top when we're ready to serve. Okay, so just toss that chicken with the marmalade, and the aroma is wonderful. It's going to offer up that nice little tang, sweetness that marmalade does. And I've already heated my grill to medium-high heat, and I've given it a light spray with canola oil. There we go. And we're ready for the grill. So try to keep them all in the same area. And if you have any hot spots, be aware of that, because you definitely don't want to have any chicken cook a little faster than the rest. You can hear that sizzle. And once all the chicken is on, you're going to close the lid, and we're going to come back and check it in about 5 minutes. All right, our chicken's grilling away, and I've taken out the tomatoes and onions from the oven, nice and golden brown and tender. And now it's time to get our chicken ready off the grill. I've got a new set of tongs, which is always great. You should always have 2 pairs of tongs when you're grilling, one for the raw chicken, one for the cooked chicken to come off. And I'm going to take a peek. There's going to be some great grill marks. Before I take the chicken off the grill, I definitely want to make sure that they're the right temperature. I'm looking for 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So just insert your thermometer into the thickest part of the chicken thigh, and make sure you don't go all the way through to the other side. And 165 it is. It's perfect, ready to come off the grill. So I have a clean plate, and I'm just going to take those chicken thighs right off the grill. I don't know about you, but my mouth is watering. There we are. Some beautiful grilled chicken thighs. So let's put a plate together so we can get ready to taste.
Well, thank you very much, Emily. It really is looking great. And we're just going to take a little bit of a break from cooking right now, and we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at an actual broiler chicken farm here in the province of Saskatchewan. This is Patrick Keats' farm, and he kind of goes through the whole from cleaning out the barn to placing the chicks to sending out the birds for processing. So have a watch and enjoy.
as I talk, the chickens are gonna come running to me. They hear that sound, they're attracted to the noise. When they're little, it's kind of funny. When they're big, they're afraid of it, but when they're little, they'll come running up. They're curious. That's how they find their feed, their water. They see the little silver drop of water hanging off these nipples. There they go, they're pecking at it. They're pecking at the phone too. They'll scratch the paper, they'll scratch the ground. They're finding feed there. That's what we want. Get fresh feed and water in them as soon as possible. I'm adding chlorine to the drinking water. Keep any waterborne pathogens eliminated. Keep it nice and fresh. You can see we do something a little bit different on our farm. We half house brood. They don't need the whole barn. They don't take up that much space at this age. So I feel like I get better conditions on half the barn. I'm just trying to put a little bit more feed in the front half and spread it out over the whole barn. It's a lot of work to all that feed to the back too. So anyways, this is barn 2, and that's what they look like when they're just a few hours old.
It's always interesting to see Patrick's videos, and Patrick's family, the Keats, have been known in the chicken industry here in Saskatchewan for many, many years. So it's great to see that video. So thank you very much, Patrick. Now it's time for another door prize. Same deal as before. Just put your answer in the comment section here, and somebody from Farm and Food Care will select the winner. This one is going to be true or false, or yes or no, I guess you could say. So yeah, it's more of a yes or no. Do chickens raised for meat live in cages? Yes or no? So if you recall my previous trivia question just a little while back, I gave you the answer. You can also see it in Patrick's video. Do chickens raised for meat live in cages? Now remember the video, and you should get this one. We should have 100% accurate answers for this one. So again, just put your answer in the comment section and we'll select somebody. So the answer is no. Obviously, if you watch the video and you listened to me before, broiler chickens do not live in cages. You could see how they walk freely around in Patrick's barn. But they are in a barn, and we do keep them in barns to make sure they are protected from the elements outside. Apparently it does get a little cold here in Canada, as well as predators, other birds or foxes or coyotes trying to get them, as well as diseases. And there is definitely a strict biosecurity protocol that happens with all poultry barns throughout this country. So we will follow up with the winners later on, and we're going to go back to Emily now just to finish up, and it's looking great. So I'm very interested to see how the rest goes. And with that, I will say, Emily, take it away again.
All right, let's put a plate together. I'm going to start off with those wonderful roasted tomatoes and onion. You can see that they've absorbed all that fresh herb and garlic. So just put a few of those on the bottom. That's our base for our chicken thighs. And then I'm going to take 2 of these chicken thighs, cross it over top just like that. And then of course, I'm going to spoon a little bit more of that tomato marmalade on top, just to kind of add that little bit of added sweetness, just like that. And if you happen to have some extra herbs kicking around, why not use them up? Garnish your plate, make it look great, because you know if it looks great, people are going to love and enjoy this. This grilled chicken recipe is fabulous to make on a great sunny day out on the grill to enjoy with your family, and it uses some great Canadian ingredients. I hope you enjoy.
Well, thank you very much, Emily. It really does look delicious, and now I know what a compote is, so we can try that out with our own family here. sometime in the future. So I wanted to thank everybody for joining us this evening. I'd like to remind you to check out our Ag in the City learning pages on Farm and Food Care Saskatchewan's website. Find out some more fun facts about food and farming. We're going to post the link in the comments section so you can just click on it and save it if you'd like. While you're there, take a look for the Ag in the City icon, and it's going to help you answer a lot of the questions to our Ag in the City online trivia contest. Check back often because there will be new questions with every webinar that we do. You could win one of 3 prize packages, which include a hardwood cutting board as well as a $50 gift certificate for groceries. Also, check us out and follow us at CanadianFoodFocus.org, as well as our numerous different social media channels with Canadian Food Focus. There's great recipes, articles about healthy Canadian grown ingredients, as well as videos, like I mentioned before, about farming and ranching and how the food here in this country gets grown. Please join us back for our last out of 5 events that's going to take place on Thursday, April the 29th. Same time when you can see how to make frozen strawberry cheesecake and yogurt bark with Emily Richards. I love cheesecake, so I hope everybody else does too, and they come back on Thursday to learn more from Emily about this. So with that, I want to say thank you very much for attending, and I wish you all the best.